In this English lesson, I wanted to help you learn the English phrase to hit your stride. When you hit your stride, it means you're very comfortable and efficient doing something. Here's a good example. Eventually, Jen and I will bring flowers to market. Not yet though, because winter has just ended and spring is just beginning. We don't have flowers yet. But eventually we'll go, and the first week or two at market will be a little bit rough, but eventually though, we will hit our stride. This means that eventually at market we will feel comfortable, we'll remember how to sell flowers at the market, we'll remember how everything goes in our van and how we set up. Eventually we will hit our stride and everything will go smoothly. The second phrase I wanted to teach you today is to take something in stride. Now, when you take something in stride, it means something happens to you and it doesn't really affect you much at all. Here's a good example. Sometimes in my classroom, a student will ask a question without putting their hand up, or a student will speak when I'm speaking, and I just take that in stride. I don't get mad, I don't get angry. Sometimes I'll just calmly remind the student to please be a little bit more polite, but I don't react in an extreme way. I just take it in stride. Once in my classroom, a student threw something at the board, and instead of yelling and getting angry, I just took it in stride. And I just turned and said, with no emotion, I just said, please don't throw things in class. I'm not a very mean or strict teacher, but usually when I ask for things, students do listen, so I'm thankful for that. Anyways, to review, to hit your stride means you're doing something and you've become comfortable doing it again. At the beginning of the school year, after a few days of teaching, I usually hit my stride and I like doing it again. And to take something in stride means to not react emotionally, to not get angry or anything like that, but to just kind of not react at all when something happens. But hey, let's look at a comment from a previous video. This comment is from Iris. Hello, Teacher Bob. Thank you for the amazing lesson every time. I have a question. What does it mean this week has been a zoo? Is it kind of this week has been busy? Thank you in advance. And my response, it means it has been crazy and busy. So that was from my last lesson. In my last lesson, I mentioned that my week had been a zoo. So when you say that something has been a zoo, it means it's been crazy. If I said to Jen, hey, my class today was a zoo, it means that the students were loud and jumping around and crazy and things didn't go as planned. It would just mean that it wasn't calm and peaceful in the way it normally is. But hey, let's look at a few things here. Over here, you can see that I'm at a park, and maybe you can see the soccer goals. Soon, kids will be playing soccer again. We're really close. It's going to start in a few weeks. You can see here too that there is a sign. It says dog on leash, stoop and scoop, pick up after your pet. And then there's a little thing here that says, if your dog poops, you should pick it up. It's always a kind thing to do when you share a public space with someone. It's always kind to clean up after your animals, because no one wants to accidentally step in dog poop. That's something that usually annoys me quite a bit. I hate it when I'm at a park and someone hasn't cleaned up after their dog. Just kind of annoying. Anyways, the other thing I wanted to show you, I'm not sure if you can see, but that house over there has solar panels on top of it, and the sun is just starting to come out. More and more in Canada, we are seeing houses with solar panels on them. I know you can see out where I live that there are a lot of wind turbines, but we're also starting to see a lot more solar panels, which is kind of cool because eventually we can use less coal and natural gas and nuclear power to create electricity. Anyways, thanks for watching this little English lesson, and I'll see you in a couple days with another one. Bye.